One. Action. Hey, it's me again. This is Trudy. I'm gonna talk about today is about just something random. Not gonna go into any scriptures or anything. This is just uh, a video about multiple wives or having more than one wife. Can a man have more than one wife? Okay, now I know this is a topic for a lot of, especially a lot of black women in our community where we don't accept polygamy in our culture. Um and you know it has to do with say um men who wants to we say men who wants to have more than one wife is because they don't want to work. They want to have sex all the time with these women. It's a pride thing. It's something to boost their ego. Something that they don't want to be a productive man in the end, because if you have more than one wife, the wife can bring home the paycheck. You understand me? And they don't want to live it or should I say they don't want to be responsible because now they have more than one wife. The wife can do everything for them, because and it makes them more want to be lazy. Um, um, these are things that we allow society to dictate the way we should live our life, or dictate our moral values and our culture and our heritage. You know what I mean? We want to adapt a heritage that doesn't really belong to us. And polygamy has been around for a long time. And we allow, I say, we allow, the Western society, and then who runs the Western society, and it takes, laws and morals to tell us that having more than one wife is wrong. Um, but now it's more of like, I think more and more women are coming around now because they see it as they see how destructive it has become to our community. You understand me? This whole thing of having one woman to one man, it makes more women tend to like settle for being a side chick, and instead of being settled for a wife. Yeah, so in a way, in this society now where it's more of one man, one wife, one woman, one man, one wife, or a husband and a wife, we see more dysfunction, more order, dysfunctionality in our family. Um, we see more of a unit where no guidance in the family home, because you have the mother and wife, and sometimes both of them don't have time to raise their children, because we live in a society where both both parent has to work. And even if you're rich and you're making money, even a woman don't want to stay home. She wants to compete with her man, making just as much money as her man is, and therefore the children suffer. That's why now you're seeing kids nowadays, they're not being raised because we do we because there's no structure in the home. And you say, well, they come from both mom and dad. But um, sometimes not every not every child comes from an ideal father and mother. And even in a father and mother, even if both parents are still home, that still doesn't guarantee functionality because that depends on the type of parents you have. You can have two parents that are just as dysfunctional as somebody, as I say, if you were coming from a family with just a single mother or just a one parent home. Um, my growth into coming into this is more of like when I come in this truth that it's preached continuously in the in the Hebrew Israelite community that a man can have more than one wife. I just say, hey, I wasn't like a type of the woman who was like, no, 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 you're going against God laws, la 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 la. No, I was like, okay, woman, if a man wants to have more than one wife, and to me, this is my opinion. I said, and he's taking care of his woman, the two women, and an agreement is set between the two or the three or the four, the wives, and and the man, and if they're living in harmonious and it's in decency and order. Why am I going to sit down there and tell them how to live their lives in their own home? You understand me? And you understand me? You understand me? At that time, when I got into it, I was like, and I'm going to be truthful. I was like, it can't happen, but for me, little selfishness kicked in. To put it that way. You know what I mean? Because Jamaican women, when it comes to our men, we are selfish. We'll fight over our men. We even leave marks on our man's back or somewhere just to make it known that they're taken. You understand me? We'll do some. You understand me? So I think that cultural thing steps in to me because oh that cultural thing steps in where once I find that man and I love him and he's good man and all that, I want him to myself. I want him selfishly to myself. I ain't sharing him to no one. He is mine. If you want to have more than one wife, we just die together and then go up in heaven then. And then you can have more than one wife. Well, right now, I just want him to be by myself. I'm not saying I wasn't open to it, but at the time, that's what I was thinking. At the time, that's what that was my mindset. That was my mentality. As the thing about it now is like you change and you grow and you see things in a bigger, better side to things where um especially when you're going through a lot of tough times, you know what I mean, and you grow, you grow, and what made me really step up and say it is more of an ideal situation, especially in the black community, in the Negroid, Latino, where of Negroid or Indian descent, or Negro Indians, whatever, or the 12 tribes of Israel. It is needed in our community is because we are dying off at a very alarming rate. And if it's not not racism and police brutality is due to diseases. It's due to culture, the culture that we're raising our children in a white supremacy culture, westernized culture that is against our natural what is it? Our natural being, our natural spiritual self. That is why we're affected. That's why we're spiritually affected in this culture, because this culture that we're raising our children in is affecting the generation of our children, because this culture is more made for Caucasian. It's not made for Negroes people, and even indigenous people know that. But the difference between us as Negroes is that we can separate ourselves and realize that this Western culture is not for us. It's not built for us. This is for white Caucasian people. The indigenous people are East Indians and Chinese. At the end of the day, they have a culture they can always go back to. They can act American when they're in America, and then when they go back to China, they can go back to their language and then go back to their culture. So it's not really affecting them that much. It's us, because we more want to associate with a culture that don't like us, or a society that don't like us. And if you tell the average Negro that this is the culture you used to have, you know what I mean? No. Um. Anyway, back to this. Listen, and so the reason why I said that polygamy has always been around in our culture for the longest time, but we are brainwashed to think that we were always raised in a most nuclear family, when it's not so. We always have a multi-family layout. We always build community. Our family, we are used to building communities. It's in an innate sense. That's why, if you know, as when I was like, when I look back on my parents, especially on my mother's side, and I have right, and I live, and where my mother was from when she was raised. She was born in Manchester, Jamaica. It was a rural part of Jamaica. That's where majority of the Maroon descendants are. But everybody is related. The old city, it's like the old little small city that was in Medstone. Everybody, then our neighbors was our cousins and our uncles and our third cousins, our second generation cousins. You know what I mean? It's in us to have family living in the same community. Um, what I mean? All my grand uncles, they live right there. You understand me? My aunt lived there. You understand me? I have a whole generation of aunts live there. Cause my mother came out of a family of about 8 children, and my grandfather came out of nine. I think it was like 13 or 15 kids. Well, no, back in those days, what I mean, Jakes was having a lot of kids, in spite of being poor. Anyway, but the reason why now I'm saying that, as daughter of Zion, that we need to start, accept that, especially you, daughter of Zion, that is in the truth. You in the truth now. You on Facebook. You put up a lot of scriptures and you act hardcore, but a lot of you do not accept um polygamy. You don't want to be wife number one, two, or three. You understand me? So, as a daughter of Zion, we have to start getting practical, and we have to start realizing that it makes sense to to be to be in a polygamous relationship. And the reason why I'm saying this is because times are getting hard, and if you do it now or you do it around a time when the time is up, when there's still, there's still jobs, there's still opportunities, there's still things gonna you could get with a man and talk to a woman who's married and say, hey, I would like to be a second wife, and join. Well, first be friends with her first and see if y'all click, and start getting along together, because for one is that when society comes down and you're in the truth and you're single, who's going to be a protector? If you really think about it, if that's what you're going to say, I don't mind being wife number two or three or four, why don't you do it now? You know what I mean? And build your resource together. You know what I mean? You're using this also, you're working. You know what I mean? Pull your resources together and try to live as a unit, and and put it under the put it under the banner of the Most High. It is the Most High will look after you because it's looking at household. Salvation is not an individual thing, and we need to get that Christian mindset um that the Most High count individuals. No, he don't. So it's by household, by the man. He's not counting the woman and the child. A man can be single, yes, but a woman now, if we a woman and we have children, and if things come where martial law, lights are off, food is not available, no, the truck stop running, you understand me? Who's gonna protect you and your child? Anything you wanna add? Yes, and I'm just saying this because now it's like I have to think more practical than anything else. Than to you know that first I would advise any single woman out there, get yourself together in here, getting yourself in the law, statutes, and commandment, grow, and then after that, don't mind, don't short yourself on saying I'm waiting on that one man. As I said, link up with a sister who got a husband and gonna want a second wife. You understand me? But at the same time, you gotta humble yourself. You gotta humble yourself and get yourself. You gotta be humble. Like when you go into this polygamy, you have to submit yourself. Why? Why? You understand me? And you got to learn to live in unity among each other. For me, I'm an easygoing person. My husband can tell you that I'm a little bad at the times. I've got a little spunk in me, but you can't be boring anyway.
I can be boring.
No, I said I'm easygoing. I'm easygoing. I don't make much of a fuss. You know what I mean? I might give a little trouble. Can't be boring. Can't be boring. Gotta have a little spunk. You gotta test them a little bit. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you understand me? But if you come in with this corporate attitude, with this in the world corporate I'm the boss. I'm gonna take over. I'm here to control, take over. No, it's not gonna work because polygamy is not about that. And it should not be about that. It's about community. And you're going to have to do the opposite that what the world is. I want to tell you that. So if you like, if you know you women out there that are stuck on your pride and it's about taking over and it's about that. No, it's about building sisterhood and it's about building a nation and building a family unit. Um, as I said, the reason why I say it's more a country and more a nation building right now into this time unit is because is that is that it is smarter to put it this way. It is smarter to if you're a single woman out there and you're in the truth, um, you're in the truth to you understand me? Try and look at it as an option. I'm not telling you to go straight into it. No, look at it as an option and and learn more. Like I said, do your own research and learn and talk to other wives who are in polygamous. I'm not in a polygamous relationship, but I'm just saying, when you talk to other women who there are women on YouTube or whatever that are in polygamous relationship and ask them what it is and what it entails and get a better understanding of it. And when you get a better understanding of something, you deal with a lot more you deal with it better than when you are taught on something that you don't know. That's what I'm saying. For me, as I said, it was for me it was a growth thing anyway. But at the same time I was open to it. At the same time, what I mean. But I could convince myself to say, hey, I'm a little selfish at the time. I wouldn't accept it at that point, but maybe I would eventually accept it. So I'm not. This is not something I'm forcing you upon. I say it's something that it has to grow upon you, and you have to grow with maturity, and even for me, with some life experience too. That um that it comes down to that polygamy is going to be the solution to black families and building the black nation, the Israelite nation, because they're killing us off fast. And that is why I put upon my post that we need to stop this gender war. Well, black woman ain't shit, black man ain't shit, that shit and blah blah. Because it's not making no sense. It's counterproductive and it comes from an evil source. And these men who's spewing it like Tommy said, I ain't afraid to talk no name out because he's famous for it anyway. Tommy Sotomayor. It has an agenda to it. It really takes us from dying out and getting disgusted with each other to the point where we either mix our seed out or we die out of disease or we die out of something. There's something out there to kill us off. And if we don't start, get back into logic, get back with the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and get back into your nationality and find out what your true culture is. And we listen to the enemy to take away from our true culture so that we don't breed. We don't breed, as they like to say, breed. I don't like to use that word, but we don't populate. and we become like an endangered species, like the tigers. You understand me? So I'm just saying this as a daughter of Zion. If I'm doing this mostly for you women that's in the truth, because you know about it. It's spoken a lot of times on Facebook, on YouTube about polygamy relationship. And it's time we start looking into it. It's time you will start looking into it as a resource, and that you're gonna need this in the time of help, in the time of this, and that time it's gonna be too late. I'll be making more videos on it, but this time I'm gonna put more of a spiritual spin on this, okay? And go in the Bible that y'all don't like. Adios.